Welcome back to the Resilient Philosopher. This is the Leon Dantes. Welcome you to another episode in which we will touch about the role of leadership. You see, leadership is a way of life. Leadership is a way of survival. Because even when we're leading, those that follow become leaders because the ones behind see how they go and how well they're doing following such a leader that they are followed as well. And that is why the main role that any leader should have is empowering others to become leaders. I recently was thinking about how can you teach leadership? Well, leadership can be taught, but then it becomes a mimic or a mimic effect from those that learn. So therefore, you're not really creating a new leader. You're just creating a follower with the intelligence of a leader. Therefore, it's not true leadership. True leadership requires you empowering them to create their own leadership philosophy and become leaders that can teach others to be leaders. That is the importance of understanding that as much as you want to teach leadership, you don't teach leadership. You empower others to become leaders. There's a big difference. There is a big difference because if you want to empower others to lead, you have to do it by setting an example. And when you look around your life right now and you look around your community, around those that you know of, you have to think, who are those leaders in my life that have empowered me to be a better person, to lead by example, to lead by voice, by action, by thoughts? Really think about that. Who is or who are those type of leaders in your life? I talked about serving leadership for many years now. I've talked about how even though I don't describe myself as a religious person or member of any religious group, I have learned from a young age that Jesus Christ himself is an example of serving leadership to the highest form. None of us is perfect. By no means we all say or do something that we might regret or might be misinterpreted. That doesn't make you less of a leader when you see it, understand it, and correct yourself. But are you showing that to other people? Or do you just simply do that on your personal space so that others can see the perfection of leadership that you thrive to continue? A real leader shows both. A leader has to show their failures and their success. Because in failure and in success, you have lessons to learn from. And that's why it's so important to carry both with you. Observe both your failures and success as the key lessons for life, for leadership, for empowering others to become leaders on their own. I think the time has come that I make an announcement that is not pleasing to myself, and yet I have to say it. My time with Bean is coming to an end. I am going to have to close the podcast because of fundings and because it has not reached as much audience as I wished it would in a year. Now, it has been successful because without marketing or advertising, I've been able to reach many people. And that in itself speaks as how much people want to listen to these type of subjects that are not polished to perfection with a whole crew of engineers and sounds and effects and everything else. Now, this has always been a raw podcast that I've done in my office or in the car driving to work, and I like it. I enjoy it. But unfortunately, I have to say goodbye for now. And perhaps when the time is right, bring back the podcast through a different platform. It is it is with heavy heart that I have to do this, but you can always reach the website visionleon.com. That is vision leon.com, and read the articles. There's over 1,200 articles that you can read from. There's my books are there for free to download. One of the ways that you can help support the work being done is through purchasing the books in Amazon or by sharing the content. I have a couple of episodes left that I can publish through Podbean, and I do have the capabilities of creating content using AI. And my last episode is going to be about how to use AI ethically. It is something that I've been working on for a while. I'm producing. But again, being a one man show doesn't really allow you to have enough time to do everything you wish you could do and to do it in a way that it sounds professional, that it sounds like I've invested my time and money into it. This whole journey started by my wife and I has been a blessing in every way because it has allowed me to get out of my comfort zone. It has allowed me to share my thoughts, to share my life, my views to the world. And I'm not giving up on it. I will find a way to do it. But I am a father. I am a husband. I am a student. And I am a full time worker. And it seems at times that 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year is not enough. I have 2 kids that are fully grown, and I have a young toddler that really, really has a lot of energy that takes away from spending time with her to do this type of work. Sometimes it requires an hour or 2 of recording and over recording and editing to bring an episode. And that consumes so much of my time and energy that I just started doing the shows. One take, whatever came out, that's what I published. And I've noticed that those episodes have been more well received than the ones that I tried to polish so much to do a great episode. I don't read a script. What you get here has been and will be always just me. Good old me. No filters whatsoever. I usually record all those strong minded, strong worded episodes a couple of times because the first few times I end up using profanity, and that is not the type of show I want to do. So I've had to redo the episodes and re-record them. But nonetheless, this is This is a goodbye for now, and I see you later in the future. As I said, I hope you enjoyed all the episodes that I have done, and I hope you enjoyed this one. I will be releasing a couple more episodes using AI, and it will be my content, but it will be dubbed by AI. I know my English is not beautiful. I know my English is more than just a Cuban accent on it. And I do know that this content is not for everyone. But if it is for you, if you have enjoyed it, remember the best way to support the work that I've done, that my family has supported me with, it is through sharing the content or donating to the work or by giving us a feedback through comments. But nonetheless, I think I have two more episodes that I will do on my own. And for the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'll be doing my final episodes. Thank you again for listening to me for over a year now. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm really thankful for your time and for being there with me through this journey. Remember, every day is a great day to learn something new by removing the excuses and addressing the issues and the reasons. And overall, remember that the only way that you can find success in this life is by always showing up for yourself.